Right, welcome. So, oops. So today I am going to start off with a brand new series. It's called ltab. Let's talk about things, and it's just going to be me sitting here talking about stuff, and it can range from anything that I think of or that I've experienced to anything that could probably relate to a few of my audience here and there. And yeah, so today's topic, I thought about talking about dreams. And recently I've had a dream of me being in a dentist, even though it's been like at least 6 months since I've been to a dentist. And it's funny how I forgot I should be going to the dentist every 6 months to get my retainers checked and all these kind of things. And dreaming about having to go see the dentist really brought back that reminder where my dentist said, okay, in 6 months' time you have to come back. And so, you know, I find dreams very, very fascinating in this sense, and as of which, so today I will be talking about dreams. Of course, this is a test run. It might strafe off somewhere, but I don't know. I'm just talking to my screen and just talking, and alone in my room. So if some of my viewers join and they were to participate in chat, that would help me a lot. We would try and point the whole stream in a different direction if you get bored of a certain topic. But yeah, let's get back to dreams. So I didn't have a great sleep. I was dealing with a lot of things, and I slept quite late. I slept at, I think, at least, I think it was 3 a.m. and I had to wake up at 6 or 7 to drive to school. And sorry, just checking my text message. I had to drive to school, and things didn't turn out well. I got pretty sick at night, and the only comforting thing that I woke up with was that I was reminded by my own dream that I had to set a dentist appointment 6 months from my previous dental appointment. And the funny thing is, I have to also go see a specialist for certain issues, and I did not dream of that. And I told myself on Sunday, the hospital says that I am unable to make reservations on the weekend. I have to call on a weekday. So I particularly told myself before Sunday night ended, I said, okay, today morning, I'm going to call the specialist center. And after my dream, I woke up, I called the dentist instead. I forgot to call the specialist center until after working hours at 5:30 in the evening. So that was a bummer. But it's funny how things can turn out to be. Like, sometimes you can dream of things happening, like let's say you might see someone at school, or you might see, I mean, it's totally not deja vu. I really know in the morning that I was like, oh my god, I dreamt of seeing this person in school. And the next day I really do see them, even though, because I'm in a university, place is massive, and you rarely come across people that often. So yeah, it's fascinating. And I also found found this royalty-free music. So I'm going to pull it up on screen here. So this is 4 hours of jazz. I think it fits with the background perfectly. I don't know if OBS is actually recording my sound, but it is. And it's decent background music. I could lower it if you just for later if I go back and check the video. But I think the whole purpose of this stream is to give me and some people, like random strangers, a chance to have the conversation, just to put my mind away, or your mind away, from harsh things happening in reality right now. And things are pretty sad. It's the end of it's nearing the end of summer, and people's moods are going down. There's actually a really interesting research on people's moods based on the weather. So I'm sure there's like a graph somewhere where people actually did research and gathered enough sample size to properly quantify how shit people's lives are during certain months of the year. But this one says, some science concludes, alright, I'm wrong, that there's a link between weather and mood, but not every study finds clear connections. For instance, in the 2008 study found that weather had essentially no effect on positive mood. Explained another way, more sunlight and better temperatures don't make a person happier. But I beg to differ though. Sometimes when I'm walking out in the sun with my dog, not in the scorching heat where I live, but when there's shade and there's like sunlight, you know, I tend to be more relaxed, more eased, and I don't know. There are of course always things to counteract arguments, and maybe this is a good alternate perspective to things. However, this one also says humidity tends to make people more tired and irritable. Interesting. One thing I've learned from university is go to Google Scholar, look up an article, and look at the data. For any university students, this is a great start, I should say, to how you should approach your assignments and your university work. The best thing to do is to type in Google Scholar at the back. It doesn't matter what sort of sources you're trying to find. So I think this thing is, it's a little slow. So let's just go down, data and methods, and hypothesis. So they hypothesized that, let me just turn on the ad blocker. So the research hypothesized, I think it was up here, no it's not here. Research hypothesized, let's read the topic first. The topic of the research is the effect of weather and its changes in emotional state. Okay, individual characteristics that makes us vulnerable. This is pretty interesting. And hypotheses. Okay, so it can be assumed that different weather classes will affect the emotional state of people. Okay. Influence will show statistically significant differences among the different weather groups. Okay, which one's more favorable? Relatively favorable and unfavorable. The second hypothesis, it's expected that abrupt weather changes will prove negative emotions. Okay, this is the one I'm trying to research, right? So it's believed that changes in emotional state affected by weather will depend on individual differences of people. They will be stronger in people with high levels of neuroticism. There we go. Findings. %. The results of the test evaluation of mood show some specifics of meaningful and qualitative nature. The values of subscales which measure mood and aesthetic states are not only significant but also high. While the euphoria result is statistically insignificant, the tests show that individuals' differences in neuroticism demonstrates effects strongly. Dimension affects strongly the mood and in lesser extent the aesthetic state of people. Oh, interesting. Of course, there are articles supporting each and refuting others. No, I don't want to get copyright strike. Yeah, that's much better. So yeah, there we go. Now back to dreams. This is why I need chat for, you know. Sometimes when I stray off course, you can bring me back, or we can stray off course together. When I was young, I always thought of having nightmares of myself expanding. Like, imagine you're in a room and your body is expanding, and my eyeballs are almost touching the corner of the ceiling. We used to have this this pattern on the corner of the walls, because the ceiling was actually quite high, so you know they don't want to make the wall look boxy, so they have this. These ones, what is it called? A Victorian ceiling corner? No. These kinds of ceilings. I don't know what these are called. But my old house had these, and I had this absolutely horrible nightmare of my body expanding. And imagine a room, and your body just starts expanding, and my face was so up close to the ceiling that my eyeball was like right an inch away from that, and you know, it felt horrible. Welcome to the stream. I'm talking about dreams, by the way. So it might sound crazy, but I'm talking about dreams. And the other times I see colors. Oh, hi Jeff. How are you, Jeff? How are you doing? I think my stream is on low latency mode. Hold on, let me check. Ultra low latency, so it should be like 5 seconds before you hear my response, which is great. I think this is the fastest YouTube allows. You have a headache. Oh dear. Headaches, eh? Wonder what cures headaches. I don't know, pressing your fingers in between on your temples, maybe, and have some shut-eye. Maybe you lack sleep, or some Panadol. That helps. Panadol is a paracetamol, right? So yeah. Panadol. Just go to the pharmacy or ask your mom if you have some common fever medicine, paracetamol, and I think that should cure your headache. It doesn't have any side effects, and it's fine for your body. And assuming that you're in Australia, right, Jeff? I think you are. Paracetamol should be available. Common medicine. People use it for period cramps, fever. Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure if you tell your mom that, Mom, I have a headache, I'm sure she'll, give you access to the medicine you need to stop you from being in pain. There's no need to fear. You could just tell them that I'm really dealing with a lot right now, and it's communication's important. So, yeah, especially if you're in a relationship. Learned that the hard way. Oh, then ask her dad. Actually, hold on, I'm quite thirsty. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back, Jeff. Give me 2 minutes. Alright, I'm back. That was faster than I thought. I found a bottle in my room which had water left, so it was only a day old, so I think I could drink that. I think this is called mise en place plus. Mise en place. Yeah, so mise en place means get everything ready before you start anything. Get my water ready before I start streaming everything. Mise en place. It's a cooking term that refers to putting in place or gather, where you put all the ingredients you need, you chop up all the ingredients you need before you start cooking, so you don't make a mess later. It's a really important skill to have. How's your headache, Jeff? You're doing fine. Right, so getting back to the dreams. I used to have these really horrible nightmares where I feel my whole body expanding. Bad. Alright. I don't know how to help. Does the music help? Would you like it to be louder? So, like I said, body was expanding, absolutely horrible. And I later told this story to my uncle, who has had an extensive experience with psychedelics and all these kind of funny things. Right? He would tell me stories of him taking LSD or this LSD in the form of a cup, where he would sit around in a church and he would drink out of this cup with some substance in it that makes him hallucinate, and you'll see people throwing up everywhere and stuff like that. And he told me that even though I've never done hallucinogens before, he told me that my experience, where I start seeing colors and my body starts expanding, my heart starts pounding, is exactly like having a trip. I don't know what was present in my old room where I would have this kind of trip. Maybe like a freaking magic mushroom pour was like nearby, because I live in Southeast Asia and apparently magic mushrooms are really common. Maybe I had one before I slept or something, and I had horrible trips sometimes. Sometimes it was amazing and all these kind of things, but yeah, so it was amazing that I got to experience something of the sorts of LSD. Yeah, not exactly LSD, because I didn't take LSD. I didn't take any hallucinogens, but yeah, it's quite interesting. So sometimes nightmares, later when you find out, can be something else. Thank you for liking, though, Jeff. So if you have anything you want me to talk about besides dreams and stuff, you can put it down. You sent me something on Discord here. Let me check it out. Right. Jeff sent me this. So I think this is a Mario Blue Shell, and you have a poor creeper. Why did you put clips on it? Hair clips, Jeff. Why did you put hair clips on the poor creeper? Oh. And you have the Christmas lights. There we go, Christmas lights. To make him look pretty. Alright. Are you choosing it? Are you choosing his identity for him now? That's a big taboo in today's world. But yeah, it's a blue shell. Right? Mario blue shell. Hate these stuff. Yeah, so this was what Jeff wanted to show everyone. Pretty cool. Oh, got a message. Now let me just check my messages. Oh yeah, my friend has COVID, and she just told me she feels so very dizzy, so she changed. I didn't know you could do this. I didn't even know you had to take flu medicine when you got COVID, because I've never gotten COVID. I thought you just need paracetamol, which is, you know, if you have a headache, take Panadol. Gonna add fake eyelashes and yesify. What is yesify? Am I too boomer to know what yesify is? Oh! Oh, this trend. This is hilarious. What the fuck? Queer. The term yesification was first used on Twitter in August 2020 during COVID. Yeah, the height of COVID, people, where everyone was crazy, according to Know Your Meme. Oh no, this is bad. This is Elon Musk. You guys tell. Oh, that was trippy. Oh shit! No. This is Mozart. Mozart actually looks really good here. Hold on. Mozart looks really good. Extension of the word yas, which dates back to the 80s drag ball scene to yasify. Okay, so it's yasify, not yesify. Yasify something originally refers to the process of making something more gay. Okay. This is what's this video game? The one where the Superman actor acted in one of those movies. You get Jesus. This is amazing. I didn't know memes could be this funny. This is from Dune. Amazing movie, by the way. My friend brought me to watch Dune, and I was very skeptical at first. I told her, Trisha, I'm just gonna watch it. I don't know if it's gonna turn out good or not. After the movie, I just grabbed her and I said, it was amazing. Because the CGI effects in this movie was bloody amazing. I was looking at the pictures and stuff, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be horrible. CGI is gonna be a bummer to make in this movie, and if they run out of budget, bam, it's gonna look like shit. And I was wrong. It did not look like shit. It looked fantastic. It looked fan-friggin-tastic. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is the guy from the bad guy from League of Legends Netflix movie. Yeah, so we still have Jeff's little cute creeper over here. He's so small that he's the size of your hand. Is that blue shell one of those things where you can put your arm into and it keeps you warm during winter? $28? Australian dollars 28, that's like what? 60, 70, 70, 70, 77? Holy shit. Just a pillow thing, because in China, when I was in China when I was young, during winter time, I would always buy these pillows. It's called a throw pillow. No, it's not a throw pillow. It's called a hand warmer. Whole stuffed toy doll cartoon. I would used to buy a lot of these, and what you would do is you would put your hand in it, and it really keep you warm during winter, and I could bring it everywhere. And I started buying a lot. I think I bought like 6, 7 for myself alone. And every time I went to travel, I would carry one. It would double as my neck pillow on the plane. It would double as anything. And now it's all gone. I lost it all. It's been like at least 10 years, and you know, 7. It's easy to lose 7 things if you use it every single day. Blue shell was almost $70. That's bloody expensive for. I mean, yeah, it's a plushie. Plushies are expensive. Yeah, that true. Very true. Right, anyways, back to the dream topic. Yeah, so I used to have these dreams where I would expand so much, and one of them, I think there was one of the most curious ones was when I had the same kind of dream, but this time it was my heart expanding, just like one particular body part, and I ran downstairs. My dad was watching Formula One, typical 2006, was it 2005? It was during the Michael Schumacher days. 2006, yeah, 2005, 2006, and I ran downstairs crying. I was like, I can't breathe, and I remember vaguely, I closed my eyes for 2 seconds, and when I opened it, my arm, I saw, well, quote unquote, saw it in my head that my arm was expanding, and I expanded all the way to my dining table at the back of the house, and I was like grabbing it, you know, in my head. And my dad told me, he's like, oh yeah, you just stuck your hand out like that, and you were just holding something, and I was just holding things in the air. And my dad told me, when I was a kid, it was horrible. My nightmares would be absolutely horrible. It's really, really destructive, and there were times where I would sleepwalk. Come downstairs, just eyes closed, walk downstairs, and then walk back up into my room, close the doors, pull the blanket up. Absolutely with my eyes closed. Functioning sleepwalk. Functioning sleepwalker. Functioning sociopath. Your nightmares are usually about family stuff. Yeah. It's very hard. That's why often in relationships, it's important that you communicate. Maybe in the future, for your future relationships, Jeff, you could communicate more, because one of the few reasons Actually, one of the main reasons non-abusive relationships fall apart is because there's a lack of communication. People don't know how to send a message of what they want. They're too scared, and then they let things snowball and they fall out of feelings. You know, if you're unhappy about something, you say it then, right? So that is one of the many reasons why. I know I'm in no position to talk about what happened to your family, but in general, that's how I see it. Communication. Really like the Peeper though. It's quite adorable. Just gonna zoom in. I like the hair clips. It's a really nice touch. Pink and yellow. Funny fact, I think pink was a color invented for boys. Oh. CNN said it wasn't true. One of it was about you being trapped in the metal cage and your parents walking away from you. Neglect. Speaking, yeah, I'm really blessed to not have had experienced any of this. That's horrible. Neglect is bad. It really messes you up inside, and you'll struggle to be a functioning adult when you grow older, and you'll have a lot of demons to fight. And usually these demons get into your way of functioning as a normal person. I mean, yeah, you are a normal person, but we're talking about to maintain sane all the time. That's really hard. But these demons will pop up again when you get older and you move into relationships and stuff. It's horrible. I would recommend a therapist. But then again, a lot of these therapists, they are really bad. I mean, they actually don't want to solve the problem. You have to solve it yourself. You have to realize it yourself. You don't really think about it. Okay, it's good. It's good. No, it's just that, you know, being trapped in a cage could mean many things. I took the walking away as neglect, but being trapped in a cage could mean, I don't know, you felt like you couldn't do anything. Powerless. You know. It's normal to feel powerless sometimes as well. So I really like this. Also, I like this actor of the night. I can turn it dark. Oh yeah, now it's a dark. So where were we? We're talking about dreams. What else about dreams? Dreams are... What about the most common dreams of someone? You got Genshin Impact a few days ago. I stopped playing Genshin, but it's a really fun game, no doubt. I think you have mixed feelings about the game. What do you mean mixed feelings? I mean it's a very it's something it's something that has been around. The whole concept of Genshin Impact has been around for a long time. It's called a gacha game, and when I was a kid, I would play these kinds of similar like games, and Genshin was the one that really made it big with the PC and the mobile and the massive marketing budget and everything. It's just amazing the way they did it. And of course the little Paimon thing was absolutely adorable. I like Paimon. Paimon is so cute. It's like the wisp from Legends of Zelda, which brought me back. One of the reasons why I actually started playing Genshin was because I remembered the little wisp in Legends of Zelda that went, "Hey, listen," something like that, and I was like, "Oh my god, I really want to try it," a little wisp traveling around me. And sooner or later, I got bored of Genshin. Actually, no, I was really into it, but it took them way too long to release the next chapter, because at that time I think they weren't that wealthy yet, and it took some time for people to start getting into the game. So their budget might not have been that big for like new chapters, but I waited so long. I waited like a month or two, and I just couldn't wait anymore, and I just stopped playing. I didn't want to grind. I'm really bad at grinding. But what I want to do is continue playing storyline, and I just lost interest after, especially with the multiplayer thing. When I went back into my game, my friends were all level, world level 40, world level, 40, 49, 50. Actually, that's not true. World level 9, and the characters were extremely high level, like level 40 plus, and I just world level 8, world level 7 or 8, and the characters were really, as long as their characters were at, I think 39 and 40ish, I just lost interest. I had so much to catch up with. Started getting bored after reaching AR-16. I don't know what AR-16 means. It's been so long since I played Genshin. I played it for a few months when I first got out though. Back then I really wanted to get D-Look, and I spent a good chunk of my allowance, don't tell my dad, but I spent a good chunk of my allowance, adventure rank. Yeah, it's shit playing alone sometimes. It was shit playing alone, yeah. Speaking of which, I still have Lay's chips I've not eaten yet. It's Lucky Firefox. How about playing with me? What do you mean playing with you? Oh yeah. Jeff, you can. Jeff, you can totally play with Firefox if you guys want to add each other. But I do recommend you to not put your Discord names down in the chat box, because it's gonna be public and everyone can see it. It's no good. Yeah. Hi Firefox, how are you? Have you finished your homework? You finished homework? I think Firefox should be really high level, because they've been playing Genshin for at least a year or two now, or since it came out. Not really finished with your homework. What are you doing here? I don't want to get into trouble. I don't want your mom to call me and tell me that you've not started on your homework and I'm in deep shit. So get on with it, man. Hold on, let me just send a message to a brother. Actually, never mind. Devious Critter. Yeah, by the way, the creeper name was Devious Critter. In case Firefox, you don't know, this is Jeff's Devious Critter. That's her term for her creeper, and she has a hand-sized creeper with 2 hair clips, pink and a yellow one. It's a guy, and she's trying to yassify it. It's absolutely adorable. You only have a little left. You do it tomorrow at school. If it's due tomorrow, you finish it now. Don't be that kid. I mean, don't be like me when I was in high school. It was a total mess. You know, when I was in high school, I would ask the teacher for my grades before the final exam, because the exam is 30% of my total grade. And what I would do is I would do math. So I would take my grade. Let's say I get a 60. Let's say I get usually I'll get a 75. So I'll do that. I'll multiply it by 70% to see what my grade is and see if I actually have to take the final exam or not. And oh, my friends are in CS:GO, and I don't think I can play because it's gonna lag like shit. But I'll stream for another 20 plus minutes, and I'll join them in CS. Devious Critter. That's Jeff's. This creeper is Jeff's. And Jeff has a blue shell. I'm very jealous. Really want a blue shell. When my friends come in, I can bonk them with it, you know, throw it at their heads. Bonk. I'm not a violent person, but it's gonna be fun throwing these at people's cars and stuff. It's not the actual blue shell. I'm talking about a plushie. In case if anyone wants me to clarify. Yeah, it's really slow Monday today, and life hasn't been that great, but I've received updates from my friends here and there, and it's been great. Talking to them again, amazing. But yeah, sometimes I do miss the old days, and you know, looking back, think about all the things that you have done, and you go, "Damn, I'm such an idiot. I shouldn't have done it." Stuff like that. Like, damn, I shouldn't have gone into that relationship. It was fucking stupid. It was a waste of time. I could have had so much more. But then again, it's always there to teach you a lesson, and I'm really glad I started streaming and all these kind of things. It's a step up. Maybe this is like this is gonna be the new thing now, where I just come in 1 hour every 2 days or so every day, and I just have a conversation with chat. And sooner or later, things might overwhelm me where I cannot read chat anymore, and I actually have to have a podcast style thing where I actually have to have a script and a topic to talk about. But now I can just blabber my way off, and no one's gonna listen to it. I hope no one's going to listen to it later, because there is no structure to this podcast, or this. I call it ltab. Let's talk about. It's just let's talk about AB, ltab. I don't know. I just thought of it like while I was writing the title for the video. And I've decided to make things short, 1 hour long, and then I'll end it after an hour. And I don't know if this music's going to get me copyrighted, but we'll see. So it's important that I keep talking over the music and make sure the music is not that loud as well. So You like the music. Jazz is a really wonderful sort of chilly music. My mom hates jazz, actually. I mean, she says she hates jazz, but sometimes when I'm downstairs and I'm in a really, really bad mood, I would play jazz, and she would come downstairs and sit with me and say, "Oh, that's nice music." I won't tell her it's jazz, because if she insists on hating it, she's gonna hate jazz. She's gonna hate the music I'm playing. So I'm not gonna tell her it's jazz, but a little secret between you guys and me. She's been listening to jazz. A sort of like a blues jazz kind of thing. It's not exactly. I think what she has in mind. I mean, she's musically talented. She's classically trained in all these kind of things. She plays the guitar, she plays the piano, a little bit of the violin, but and a lot of the harmonica. She has a harmonica with both the semitones, where you could make sharps and flats. I think what she had in mind in jazz, because she was born in the 1970s, is the late 1970s, is those 1920s jazz. They're really loud. La vie those jazz, not instrumental jazz. These are now elevator music, which I think is common. Can only play Mary Had a Little Lamb on the keyboard. Hey, you know, a little bit takes you a long way if you keep practicing it. Sooner or later, you're going to make different variations of things, and it's going to be amazing, right? Practicing the same song. When I was way younger, I was learning piano on my own. I practiced Prelude entirely on my own, and from there, I went from Prelude by Bach into Beethoven, Moonlight Sonata. Of course, not movement 3, but movement 1 first. And sorry, I don't know if you can hear it, but a very low flying plane just flew past, and it's really loud. But Moonlight Sonata, and you know, when you keep practicing something, sooner or later you're going to get better at it. So I do recommend that you keep playing Moonlight, keep on going. Keep on going to Mary Had a Little Lamb. It's gonna annoy your mom, but sooner or later, or your dad, sooner or later you're gonna think, I'm bored of this song. When you're really good at it, I'm bored of this song. Let me try something new. Yeah. So actually, that's not true. One of the first pieces I've learned to play was actually canon in D, just the right hand, just the bum 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 bum, you know, just the right hand. And my mom got so sick of me doing it. She asked me to play the left hand, and she was so musically talented that she could actually teach me as well. And I'm really blessed to have practiced. It was only later on in my life that I actually went for piano lessons, and that was horrible. The teacher was nice, but really strict. Asians, yeah, I guess so. They have higher standards, I guess, when it comes to teaching, and perfection is expected. And the harmonica, I actually learned it on my own. My mom gave me her old harmonica because she was like, you know what, I don't play it anymore. And it's the harmonica, I think I still have it. It's somewhere in my house. Somewhere. I think it's probably in one of those drawers in my closet. But I think it's at least 20, 30 years old. And and it still works perfectly fine. Still not as much in tune as I would like it to be. But it is, you could understand what I'm trying to play. And the beauty of that harmonica is I learned how to play that piece, that harmonica, and I went to a camp, right? You know, like one of those things where your parents doesn't want to take care of you, and they just throw you to like one of those camps, and they say, "All right, spend your weekend here. go do this, you know. And so they threw me to a camp, and in that camp there were harmonica lessons. I was like, oh my god, I want to learn, I want to learn. So I looked at the harmonica, and it was entirely different from the ones my mom had. So my mom had one of, not these, so it had a button, but it was not like this. Hers was way longer. I think it was like at least 2 octaves. Hers was massive. And the ones in that school were like this, but without the buttons. So it was just a regular old, like this, harmonica that only played one scale. One, what's that called? One chord, you know, like a harmonic. This was the one my mom had, but way longer. Something like this. No, something like this, but way longer. Yeah, and I picked it up, and it was a really long, hard lesson where I had to start playing, and I go, okay, it's not as fun as I thought it would be because I'm stuck with what I have, and that really taught me a lesson. And it's just in music, especially, where I had to, you know, make do with what I have. It was amazing, and I think I was leading the younger kids. You had this weird 20-minute session of researching about mythical creatures, and you've recently learned that some griffins or gryphons, okay, are depicted with a snake for a tail. Lion tail, snake tail. Griffins are supposed to be a mixture of animals, right? So this one has a regular lion's tail. The most common... But one of the things that's wrong with the snake for a tail is that, how can a griffin have 2 heads? Isn't it supposed to be a one-head mythical creature? So if there's 2... Oh, so here we go. The hell is this? Classic griffin, Ophiuchus, my known griffin. This is an interesting image. So you have the body of... Where's the body? Okay, it's probably going... The body's probably behind this. And its tail has a lizard on it. It's not a snake. So these are old paintings of griffins. Yep, no snakes. Originated from Egypt and Iran. Egypt? A griffin? No, I don't think so. Really? Second millennium BCE. Oh. Very close to Egypt, yeah. Yeah, we're Israel, near Israel, so we're all where the people used to populate. where, you know, the birth of Christ, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism is at. Wait, no, that's in Jerusalem. Where's Jerusalem? Yeah, Jerusalem here. Where the birth of Christ, Islam, and Judaism. Griffin's for why are you reading about mating rituals of freaking mythical creatures? Also, griffins were said to mate for life once they found a partner. If one were to die, the others would continue a solitary life, never to search for another. This is actually the original definition. We talk about monogamy, and this was actually the original definition of monogamy, where mono means one, and monogamy. But now it's no longer the traditional meaning of one. Now it's one at a time, not one for life, which is arguably one of the oldest definitions, I think, of monogamy. So now it's one at a time. Monogamia. So let's look at monogamia. Yeah. It's called. Yeah. So mate for life. A mate for life means monogamy, and in the Bible, most of the Bible, they support monogamy. Most of the Bible. Yeah, so there you go. The griffin is a symbol to monogamy. And its precise nature or its place in cult and legend remains unknown, because it's a story that has... It's a mythical creature that has been created to pass down a message, and it's so effective that the origin is unknown. But the message is monogamy. Sometimes it's depicted with it. A griffin is a mythical beast which has the body of a lion and the front legs, wings, and heads of an eagle. Sometimes it's depicted with a long snake for a tail. Sometimes. Speaking of monogamy, I was a strong believer in monogamy. Excuse me. I think 2 is too much to handle, and 1 is just enough and just absolutely lovely. And so it's but now practice of marrying state, being married to one person at a time. So there's also a definition where the practice or state of having a sexual relationship with only one partner. Zoology means one mate at a time. Which, I think, there is this this wolf that looks like a fox. I think it's a deer wolf. Is also monogamous. I think this one. Man wolf. So this wolf is, I think, native to South Africa. I think along the Mexican region. Let me see. Man wolf native to South America. Yeah, South America. So near Mexico, and these creatures are also said to be monogamous. Yeah, fun fact. There you go. And the thing is, they are monogamous but solitary. So they each hold their own territory, and they only come together to mate twice a year. So every 6 months or so they come together. But they both hold. It's like a house. They hold the same territory, and only one partner each. And they only come together for sex. It's bloody amazing, but they are monogamous. These creatures are monogamous. It's believed that humans are also tall. We started standing up because we had to see past tall grass. So that's one of the reasons why we evolved to have 2 long legs. And researchers think this is the same reason for man-wolves. But some creatures in the desert also have long legs because they have to get away from the heat. So, you know, evolution is magical in some ways, and this is one of it. Just happened to be a monogamous creature as we're talking about this. And they look adorable, look at them. They look like foxes, and I think they're species. What's a bush dog? Oh, this is a bush dog, it's so adorable, look at this! Jesus Christ, it looks like a freaking... What a honey badger? Look at that! Mlem! 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 I'm by the way, I'm a Shiba Inu. I'm an actual dog, not a bush dog. I'm just a potato. Falkland wolf. Extinct? They look like foxes. Beautiful, beautiful creatures, and they hunt penguins. Why are they extinct though? Are they extinct? .98 million years ago. Canine. Huh. Interesting. So foxes are closest to the canine species than it is to a man-wolf, even though the man-wolf also looks like a dog. And the dog... It's been... Yeah, I mean, yeah. Extinct in 1876. The first known canid to have become extinct. I mean, talking about extinct animals, the dodo bird used to be a popular food to hunt, and it was hunted out of extinction. I remember hearing a story about it because the Dutch actually hunted dodo birds in one time, and the dodo means dodas, which means either fat ass or not ass. So the Dutch was hunting these birds and they called them a fat ass. It's yeah, I'm not kidding. It's look at it. I'm not bloody kidding. Yeah, the extinct dodo bird's name came from the Dutch word dodars, which double A is pronounced a. Wait, A and a. Dodes or dodas? I think it's called dodas, and which means either fat ass or not ass. Well, I don't know what not ass it means. So, the Dutch discovered an island and the bird in 1598 during an expedition in Indonesia. He caught the bird. Another. According to Wikipedia, I don't think we should trust these kind of sources. And he. Oh, actually, yeah. You know what? I think we can. So they called it Walgvogel, meaning disgusting bird. I think I pronounced it correctly. Walvogel? Walgvogel, meaning disgusting bird. Because he disliked the taste of the meat. 40 years later, the Dutch captain used the word dodo for the first time. Okay. So, it became fat ass. It was so easy to hunt, that's why. I mean, look at it. It's a fat bird. Some others say developed from the Portuguese word dodo, or simpleton. There are plenty of other rumors about the names of the bird, but the funniest one, of course, is the one that I read was fat ass. I also heard of this one as well, a disgusting bird. When I was in high school, I told my friends that the dodo must be horrible to eat because this is one of its initial names. Nowadays, dodo means stupid or slow, but how did this extinct animal get this strange name? It goes back to the early 17th century, developing from the Portuguese word dodo. The more you learn about things, it's fascinating. But all these kinds of knowledge is useless in the practical world unless you're in a field of research or you're having a conversation. That's why I created this whole thing. Just so we can talk about random stuff and you can share your knowledge and I'll read it out loud. I'll stream from an hour and 10 minutes almost. I'm fine with it. It's okay, let's continue. Because I still gotta wait for my friends to finish with their games. I like the Rick and Morty memes. So I've had a really rough day. I think it was... When was it that I played golf? Sunday. Sunday, absolute shit day. So I went to the driving range and I started hitting balls. I basically seeked pleasure in hurting my back muscles and my arm and everything, and I woke up this morning with half my body absolutely paralyzed. I couldn't move for at least 30 to 1 hour. And oh man, the sensation of hitting all your frustrations, unfairness and everything away through the form of sport is absolutely amazing, and never knew it would be so enjoyable hitting balls. Sounds weird, but I did hit balls. Dreams. Back to the dream topic. So one of the most common, finally after an hour, right? One of the most common things that people dream of is them falling. Oh, a lot of people dream of themselves falling, and before you wake up, before you hit the ground, and all these kind of things. I used to dream myself jumping off the ledge in my old house, where we had this giant square in the middle. Like, just imagine like this, the staircase goes around in a square, and there's like this giant void in the middle, and I would jump there. And sometimes the fall takes forever. Sometimes the fall is instant, and just wake up before I hit the ground. I have heard stories of my friend jumping from the 11th floor, because he used to live in an apartment, and so he would jump, like in his dream, not jump in real life, do not jump, but in that dream he would fall from the 11th floor, and before he hits the ground, then he would wake up. And I think a lot of us, for me at least, I'm very afraid of heights. It is a way of maybe, I think probably nature's way of telling me to not do stupid shit, not jump, and all these kind of things. But yeah, the whole fall was enjoyable, and waking up with your heart pounding like a sucker, and doing that, you'll know by yourself. Doing that, you go, that's no good. After having that, so I think it's probably nature's way of, like, part of evolution or something, where we have this dream of us falling. And what if our ancestors had like dreams of them falling from a cliff or like a steep hill, and ours is just built on what's around us? It's probably a natural mechanism keeping us from committing suicide by jumping off a roof. Yeah, I do not condone it. It's not funny, but I'm just saying it's probably, maybe, it's a natural deterrent. Kind of like how gross holes, I forgot what that phobia is, but like gross holes kind of deters us. Where we go, oh my god, that thing has a lot of holes, it must be sick, it must be not good to eat. Like if an apple has like holes in it, like brown holes in it, you don't want to eat it because it's no good. Probably worm infested, so it could be one of those nature things, natural instincts that go, yeah, stay away from it. I don't know. Things might be weird, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Some parts of our dreams are a natural human deterrent, keeping us from doing stupid shit. And welcome to the stream. We have 2 viewers. How are you doing? If you want to let yourself know, you can type in chat and I'll respond. Now we're just probably going to the later parts of the stream now, so we're toning down a little bit. Maybe I'll start streaming again tomorrow, around the same time tomorrow. Just talking, or probably day after tomorrow, if I take a day off. Yeah. Thank you again, Jeff, by the way, for sending this adorable creeper with the hair clips. So, this should be an art piece. They should add this to the game. Hey, come on. This would be cool. Really like it. So, where was I? Oh yeah, the falling thing. Oh no, I've actually heard of very cute creeper. Yeah, I've actually heard of the 11th floor thing. I've actually never had an experience, even though when I was younger, yes, YouTube buttons. Can I click on it? No, I can't. When I was way younger, I lived in an apartment for quite some time at my grandma's place. I don't think they actually have white pupils. No, they don't. They have black ones. I think that could just be like an illustration or like art, you know. White's pretty common in eyes, and it's probably just the whites of the eyes that they're trying to illustrate. It probably comes from this, you know, where the pupil's white. I used to draw creepers like this. Oh, look at that! That's a cool sticker. Just it's loading. I wonder what fun stickers there are in YouTube chats. Wait, what? 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 The fuck did I just read? What? Danny Gonzalez and Curtis Connor have teamed up to release a song all about wanting to fuck a creeper in Minecraft. What? Oh, I think it's I'm in love with. Wait, what? All my years, I've never heard this song ever.
Where am I? Oh, sick! I'm in Minecraft. Whoa.
No!
What's that? I'm in love with the creeper on the low. I'm trying to fuck. Bad as hell. She's a keeper. I just hope.
No way!
I got a diamond pickaxe, I'm gonna kick ass. She's twerking in the cave to get cash, she got a thick ass. I'm in love with the creeper, I'm in love. Creeper, I hardly know her. You know I'm a grower and not a shower. How did you get so thick with no curves? You a whole snack like an hors d'oeuvre. She's hissing like a demon, I'm in her.
Hold on, let's just appreciate the bloody green screen work here. They have their shoes on and everything. But come on, you can dress in a better Minecraft outfit, right? This is funny. This is amazing, actually.
Nether regions, we're sailing on a wave. Hey, let me
Very well
explode in
made.
your cave. Not trying to be rude, but my sword's got level 3 protection. Feed you wheat to get you in the mood.
How does this have 1 million, 1.8, 1.7 million views? I've not seen
Can't
this
get you off
before.
my mind, so I gotta craft a way to make you mine. Planks and sticks, baby, give me a sign. And break the bed, cause we're sleeping tonight. I'm in love with the creeper on the low. I'm trying to fuck. Bad as hell, she's a keeper. I just hope I'm enough. I got a diamond pickaxe, I'm gonna kick ass. She's working in the cave to get cash, she got a thick ass. I'm in love with the creeper, I'm in love. Dude, what's up? I think I found my new bae. Oh no way, that's what I was gonna say. Oh, that's tight, dude, you gotta meet her. My girl too, she's a Minecraft creeper. White, holy shit, I think we fell for the same chick. That's impossible, who's she gon' pick? Should we battle like Liam Neeson? Not necessary if we have a threesome.
What the fuck is that just? No! What the fuck? I'm not turning it on, it's bloody amazing.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Sick. We're in love with a creeper on the low. We're trying to fuck. Bad as hell. She's a keeper. I just hope we're enough. We got a diamond pickaxe. We're gonna kick ass. She's working in the cane to get cash. She got a thick ass.
This just made my day. It's cringe, but it just made my day.
Hope that she doesn't blow up. That would really fucking suck. We got a diamond pickaxe. We're gonna kick ass. She's working in the cane to get cash. Working in the cane to get cash. We got a diamond pickaxe. We're gonna kick it.
He's doing the Minecraft twerk. He's doing the Minecraft twerk in real life, bro. He's doing the Minecraft twerk in real life, bro. That's amazing.
No, she blew up. I knew it. Lost all my stuff. I had so many ingots.
Spotify, Apple Music. What the fuck? This is horrible. What is this? Who listens to this for an hour? What the fuck is wrong with? What? There is a freaking Nightcore cover? What?
I'm in love with the creeper on the low. I'm trying to fuck bad as hell. She's a keeper. I just
I can't. I can't. This is dumb. What the hell? YouTube. What do I just dive into? I'm not gonna listen to this in the airport. This is horrible. This is bloody horrible. And this is called the creeper rap.
I'm a creeper, my crush can reaper, blowing up blocks like Al Qaeda. I'm a creature.
2014. I was 13 years old. I appreciate the background music, right? It's actually quite nice. Little beats in the back. Wanted as a notification. What? Why is there always people in bed in these kind of videos? No more. Oh, I need a break from this shit. This is fucking horrible. What the hell, YouTube? Why did you bring me down this route? No more, yeah. This one is good though.
Creeper.
Aw, man.
Oh man. So we back in the mine, got our pickaxe swinging from
Side to side, side to side.
This is a grueling war.
Alright, no more Minecraft. As per chat's request, no more Minecraft. Oh dear. Oh, there's this, I really like this, I think it's German? N-O. Norwegian. Yeah, Norway. This is an amazing music video that it's my childhood.
When I was a kid, I was told about puberty. I looked around
I learned
and
about
could
puberty
see
from
all
this.
the other guys were going through that phase except for me. They told me I was a late bloomer. I'm now 32. I'm getting a little bit impatient. When am I supposed to blossom? When am I supposed to blossom? When am I supposed to blossom? I was foretold I would blossom. When am I supposed to blossom? Tell me, Mr. Pediatrician. Piece of scheiße. The other boys would hang out playing darts and stuff. The other boys would fart really loud and stuff. The
I don't know
other
where
boys
this guy
would
is
measure
now. He probably owns his own
everything
music
they could.
label.
They would talk about the but some studied really hard, some picked up arts, and some just continued with the really loud farts. But most of them turned out to be all kinds of awesome. And then there was mich.
When am I supposed to blossom?
When am I supposed to blossom? I'm still a caterpillar in a cocoon. When am I supposed to blossom? Will I turn into a butterfly soon? When am I supposed to blossom? I want to spread my wings and fly, cause I can't afford anymore this not working penis and love. Shake it, Mr. Caterpillar.
I like this. This is really well
When
made.
I blossom, I will live my life to the full, and not just be Heinrich with the kleinest Schwanz in school. Then this beard, it might appear that I have bloomed, but if you want to see Heinrich Jr.,
You have to zoom!
When am I supposed to blossom?
Heinrich Jr.
Final frontier. When am I
Supposed to blossom.
Where is my, oh my god, you really blossomed this year? When am
When am I supposed to blossom?
TikTok biology. When
Am I supposed to blossom?
God,
Nature? An apology?
I want to be awesome. Blossom. Blossom. I want to be awesome. Blossom. Blossom. This is not what I deserve. I want to blossom right now. I want to conquer the world.
That's not really 2021.
Sketch that.
2022.
When am I supposed to blossom? At 45,
58.
68. When am I supposed to blossom? Do some tests, check my prostate. When am I supposed to blossom? We arrange blooming before lunch or something that would be great. When am I supposed to blossom? How late is late? Blooming specialist of the world. We want specifics. When am I supposed to blossom?
I like
When
this
am I
though.
supposed to blossom? When am I
Supposed to blossom. Blossom.
When am I
Supposed to blossom.
Oh, so I have already blossomed. Okay, so it's...
You'll watch this last part. You'll watch this last part. Heads up, we've detected copyright audio and video on your stream. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Well, there we go. Demonetized just right there. Google, come on. This is what is this called? Free use. Maybe my image is not big enough. I need a bigger image. Let me just zoom. Am I bigger? Am I blossoming this year? There we go. Am I zoomy? Am I big enough? Okay. I really like, especially this one. This is compliments.
I'm sick of performing and not getting compliments. Look at me now, washing the dishes, not getting a compliment. Making the dinner
Without being told.
If I had not been it, I would have been scolded. I am the
12 spiders in the room. Warning, this video contains yes, I'll leave you with this before I leave the stream. Oh yeah, I know there's actual spiders, and I'm just gonna leave you with this. Yeah. Okay. This is me fueling you with anxiety. Way up high. It's actually really well made. It's the most recent song. I write sins, not tragedies. Ooh. But the Minecraft stuff, though, that is something else. Captain Sparks. Oh yeah, recently Technoblade passed away. That was a massive tragedy. And of course, there's still war in Ukraine, but people don't report on that anymore. I have never heard this version. I really want to go to one of Joji's concerts. Bring a what's it called? A speakerphone, the one that amplifies your voice, and scream, "Frank! You filthy Frank!" Cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt, suck my dick. Fucking cunt. So you seizure. Oh, this is cool. This is really cool. The cinematic is very cool. I miss that face. It's been raining for 3 days straight. Which part of Australia are you at? Why has it been raining so heavily? What? This is cool. In case anyone doesn't know this, this is Dota 2, and they have battle passes, one of the original battle pass thingies, and it's incredibly hard to get to level 100. And this fucker gets to like level 100,000. That means he paid for it. So Saudi Prince, rich. Kitted out accounts. Probably one of the owners of Dota 2, maybe. I don't know. Oh, there you go. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna end the stream today. Thank you, Jeff, for joining me. I'll be streaming again probably sometime in a couple of days, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow, and it'll be around the same time at night, and it'll take an hour, 30 minutes as well. Alright, thank you for joining the stream. I'm gonna leave this on public. I hope YouTube doesn't take it down for copyright reasons. But yeah, thank you for joining the stream, and bye bye.